Imagine walking outside at dawn and instead of stars fading away, you're staring up at a colossal glowing ring, arched across the sky like the arms of the gods themselves. This isn't science fiction. It's a scientific what-if. Beat. What if Earth had rings like Saturn? What would they look like? How would they change our world? And would we even survive them?
Let's start with the view, because that's the part everyone imagines first. From the equator, the rings would dominate the sky. Massive glowing bands, stretching from horizon to horizon. During the day, they'd shimmer with reflected sunlight, blazing golds and icy silvers. At night, they'd glow faintly like a ribbon of ghostly light. But here's something most people don't realize: what you see depends entirely on where you are. From the poles, the rings would appear as a thin, barely visible line, if you saw them at all. The farther you are from the equator, the flatter the angle becomes. They'd change with the seasons too, rising and dipping slightly as Earth orbits the Sun, creating a dynamic, evolving sky unlike anything we know today. But the rings aren't just for show. They would transform the way light works on our planet. These icy rings would reflect a huge amount of sunlight. In equatorial regions, nights would never be fully dark. Imagine trying to sleep under a glowing sky. Every single night. Nocturnal animals could be thrown into confusion. Birds might lose their migratory signals. Plants that depend on darkness for flowering could struggle to survive. Human culture would evolve differently too. Would we develop streetlights at all? Would nighttime even exist in the way we know it? And what about astrology, or ancient mythology? Entire belief systems could revolve, literally, around the rings in the sky. So, is this just a fantasy, or could Earth actually have rings?
Technically, yes, but it would take a disaster. If a moon drifted too close and entered what's called the Roche limit, Earth's gravity would tear it apart. The debris could form a ring system. But Earth's atmosphere and relatively weak gravitational pull make it hard to maintain stable rings. Debris too close would burn up. Too far, and it would drift away or form a second moon. Saturn's rings are wide but incredibly thin, sometimes just 10 meters thick. For Earth to have something similar, the balance would have to be perfect and short-lived. Most scientists believe Earth could only hold rings for a few million years before they collapsed. So let's imagine, 10,000 years ago, a Mars-sized asteroid crashes into Earth's moon. The moon shatters. Half of it falls to Earth. The rest, billions of tons of icy debris, get caught in Earth's gravity and spread out into orbit. Fast forward 500 years. Humanity rebuilds under a permanently altered sky. The rings are now worshipped. Entire cities are designed to align with their arcs. Calendars and rituals are based on their seasonal tilt. But not all is peaceful. The increased light disrupts ecosystems, leading to crop failures and migrations. Some nations gain better growing seasons, others suffer drought. The rings become political and dangerous. By the year 3000, humanity develops technology to mine the rings for resources. But the balance is delicate. One miscalculation could cause the entire system to collapse, literally raining fire from the sky. Space travel? A nightmare. Satellites, GPS, climate monitoring, all depend on clean orbital paths. Earth's rings would be a dense minefield of ice and rock, shredding any spacecraft that entered the wrong zone. Satellites might need to be launched from the poles to avoid debris. Or we might never develop them at all. The International Space Station? Probably wouldn't exist. In this timeline, humanity's leap into space could be delayed by centuries, maybe permanently. From Earth, Saturn's rings are just dots in the sky. But bring those rings home, and you change everything. Beautiful. Dangerous. Awe-inspiring. A sky that never sleeps, a planet forever changed. Would we be better off? Or would we pay a terrible price for such beauty? This is Hypothetica, where we explore the world that could have been. Subscribe for more mind-bending questions, and keep wondering.